or the moments of ministry with me. Others may be able to see you, may draw them closer to you. May yet what happened, and what doesn't. May what be as you will it. Alright, so a couple of things to note. I'm going to adjust something real quick. Alright, you can see if that helps with the audio mixing. That's actually still really loud. I'm going to turn that down even more. There, does that fix the gain problem? Yep, that fixed it big time. Alright, so you watched yesterday's episode, then you know that the audio situation is something atrocious. I apologize for that. Still went through with it anyway because, well, it was a moment of them's the breaks. But for context of what y'all were saying that you may not have understood is older version of Minecraft, as I recall it, it's version 1.8 something, 1.9.1 at the latest. It is Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I used it on the unofficial Minecraft Bedrock launcher. It does require you to have a Microsoft account and to have previously purchased Minecraft. So I'm playing on an older version in 2026. The seed is all camps, supposedly cursed. Immediately disproved that series that originally featured it, to my knowledge, is jeez, my mouse. For the love, my mouse. Sorry, this thing's been with me like 7-8 years, and it's on its last legs. But I ain't upset. It's served like I said, like 7-8 years. So if it wants to start coping on now, then that's fine. But where I was, series that originally first showcased this seed was US Stream Scary Survival. Regardless of it being fake or not, it was still an interesting narrative, and I do still recommend it because it is actually unique and creative, which nowadays is something you don't see a lot of. Now, other things is this is intended to just be completely unedited. I don't have editing software. I don't plan to get editing software. And even if I did, I don't know how to use editing software, which, full disclosure, is not the reason I am not getting editing software. I simply don't want to learn to edit. That, and I almost like the stream feeling of y'all getting raw footage. Don't know why I did that, but I did it. Okay. Regardless, just making a nice little hut. See, I'm some I stated that I don't know if it came through well on the audio or not, is that upload schedule, what it's going to look like is it's going to be first 2 weeks daily. After that, the idea is weekly, but as this is essentially me just doing this for fun and not really for any sort of business purposes, then that's probably not going to stay. It could just turn into I'll do it when I feel like it, pretty much. And if that becomes the case, well, that becomes the case. Sorry. Allergy season is decided to throw a little bit of extra bit of sinuses down my throat today. Again, as it's raw footage, I'm going to do my best to make it entertaining, but as said, it is going to be a matter of me finding things to ramble about for 1 to 2.5 hours, because 2.5 hours is going to be my hard limit. I need food. I'm gonna go to the village finally. Or, not finally. I'm gonna take their food finally because, again, like, one of the things that I actually brought up is the Wacky World gen has. Sorry if you heard that. But yeah, something I actually brought up is that the Wacky World gen has a regular village on top of a zombie village, abandoned village, and you get Wacky World gen like that. Now that schmuck up there, he's safe. The butcher down here has to contend with zombie well. Well, that was rude. I was just coming to say hi. You smacked my toes for it. Saying that, this is something else I actually brought up in last episode, is that I honestly prefer these older textures. They give me nostalgia for when I was first playing this block game. I remember when a lot of the audio was different too. Had a lot of different sound effects to what we have nowadays. It was nice. I kind of miss it. Kind of dope because they have made improvements, but a lot of the things that have been added as of late, Mason in particular, honestly, just I ain't a fan of it. Like, kind of branching off in a way that really just I really feel the game really shouldn't have gone. But that's my opinion. Say I wanted authenticity back in the world. Well, gotta first, if you want change to come to the world, first gotta be willing to lead the change and be willing to first make the change yourself. And I guess that's what I'm doing here. Just one rambling session at a time. I forget pet block doesn't work on survival food. That is annoying. And see, this is something else that I brought up, is that hunger drains unnaturally fast in this older version. Like, you'll be fine doing things, you'll be vibing, you'll be chilling, you'll look down, and then all of a sudden you have 2 hunger bars like that. Now, I'm actually going to be smart and finally get a farm set up, because I need somewhere to be getting my wheat and potatoes from. I need to be getting them taters somehow. Mega diamond, oh no. Biggest waste of diamonds you can make, especially on these older versions. Honestly. Iron Hoe's also kind of a waste unless you got a big farm, but I should also make a water bucket now that I think about it. Yeah, I could have done that. There's much easier way I could have done it. Again, I just prefer seeing this way, if I'm being honest. And I'm gonna drain my hunger even faster. But yeah. This is really just a kind of, I was bored, decided to make videos, because a friend of mine inspired me to do so. And then, well, honestly, here we are. I'm standing, well, not standing, I'm sitting on my desk, rambling while I play a nearly 20-year-old block game. Something else I did actually bring up is that there'll be moments in which I'm not talking. In those instances, I'm either focusing more of my attention span on other things, or I'll just be thinking, like, just trying to figure out, like, what in tarnation do I gotta do here? I'm also gonna have to make an infinite water source. And that's why we didn't have water elevators back in these olden days of Minecraft, kids. Kids move like molasses. Correction. In molasses, you can at least move. I'll start the potatoes. I'll start them on the top of the hill. I'll put a water block here. Potatoes. You're a good horse. Now stay on here and be bait. Props to anyone who gets that reference. Which honestly, it shouldn't be a hard reference to get. It's not that niche. I'm actually gonna fill this water bucket back up. Timmy and the zombie well. I need your water. Yes, I do need your water. Too bad I'm taking it. The AI in this older version is kind of goofy sometimes with that because immediately rushed me and immediately fell back in the well. Like, I will admit that's one thing I do like is the AI for the mobs is a lot smarter than what it used to be. But still, you miss some of those goofy antics that you could get. And I feel like this is proof as to exactly why I'm not an architect. Because I miscalculated how much wood I would need. Let's go see how fertile land is. And I'm starting to realize why we used to do flat land from the looks of it, because I don't think that it goes in hydrous land up here. Does it? I don't know, I'll check back later. For the love. I need to get a new mouse soon. You know, it's all good and dandy until you need the right click button. Especially in games like Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4. Oh, it's God, Combat 4. That is a game. If your mouse ain't working for you, you are going to be in a world of hip-firing pain. More props to my name. Said no one ever. Oh, maybe a overzealous Roman farmer back in the days of the Roman Empire, but okay, I was wrong. It actually wasn't a different house, and I did not realize that that window was shoved into a grass block. Like I said, the wacky world gen of this game, like, I will admit they have improved the world gen quite a bit. But honestly, you know, I may challenge myself to do that because actually I gotta check if it's still on. I'm going to actually look something up here in a second. I just need to get back to the old mine shaft hut. Call it whole thing. Right. Oh, okay. So I was really thinking about like what should we do for this series, and honestly, once I get real set up, I may try to make it to the Farlands on foot. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Farlands is real glitched out terrain that was essentially served as Minecraft's world order for the longest time. I'm gonna go do some exploring though. And some farming because I do kind of need bread. I am honestly kind of curious though, like, has anyone, apart from myself, when villages were first updated and had hay bales in them, was I the only one who like missed the hay bales for the longest time and still thought the farms were the only source of food? Because no joke, I for a while did not know the hay bales were a thing in villages, so I had been relegated to just taking from the farmland. Well, that's some glitched out terrain. Jeez, those chunks ain't loaded. You know what? I end up person. Classic strat. Knucklehead. Turn it to like some of the most glitched chunks it can. Cause that's smart. Oh, bro. Oh, thanks for the grass block. Badrock's gonna do its Badrock thing, and I'm gonna die soon. I can already tell. But yeah, that's what I was doing. I was going to the Forbidden High Farm so that I could get more wheat because I need a lot of bread. Now, personally, I've actually never seen the Farlands with my own eyes. It's, if anything, for the longest time, like up until like a few years ago, I didn't even know they existed. Like, I didn't know they existed until after they'd been removed. Something else I kind of miss about old Minecraft textures is the way they used to do the fog. Like, the way they used to do the fog was, like, perfect. Such atmosphere to it. Like, why'd they have to change it? Did they just clash with new textures too much? I don't really know, honestly. Neat little archway. Oh, okay. I thought that Jigger came just growing on stone for a second. creeper explosions, low-key, no matter what version you're in, are the most glitchy things in terms of damage. Sometimes in the newer versions, like full prot 4 netherite can kill you instantly. Sometimes you can tank it out, nothing but your knickers. I didn't even need to do that. I just felt like it. That wow. I mean, I was better at PvP than my cousin, so guess there's a reason to it. Hmm. Familiar. I haven't been out this way, have I? Oh no, I have been out this way. Never mind. Hey, what's up to you two? Some lava. And another burning skelly boy. Semi darts the bone brigade. Pretty well. I was hoping you could hear an enchanted bow. It looked nice. Welcome to Canyon Ridge. Ah, there's where some spruce is. I want some spruce. Spruce up the house a bit. Yeah, that was a terrible joke, I know. That was a bad one on my end. I claim responsibility for that. Died level death joke. Knowing me, I'll probably get like 2 stacks and it's still somehow not be enough. Like, I'm just not that good at building in Minecraft. Get your scattering out of my ear, spider. I said to get it out of my ear. I'm nowhere near this aggressive in real life, I swear. Okay, get some. Let's see here. Sure, why not? Never know what you'll find. Don't stop going to my offhand. It hurt. So y'all can see. Yeah, something else I actually brought up is it's actually smart to keep your torches to the wall and on one side for navigation. Helps keep you from getting lost in the caves. And then again, because cave conservation exists, do not do that in actual caves. Unless you're in some sort of like Minotaur's lair of some capacity, in which you take a wrong turn and you're lost forever, which, you know, actually really looking at that Greek myth, that's a unique one. There's such an abundance of coal. Why is there so much freaking coal? Like, can I need it for something? Let me be realistic. I'm gonna be having a shortage soon. Because, oh well. I'll just extract it like Uncle Sam extracts oil. What the world was that sound? break soon. It's gonna break right about. Now. Actually, hold on. Do I have enough cobble? Okay, yeah, I have more than enough. Jeez, this is a big thing. It's gonna break right about. Probably now. Yeah! I can be smart sometimes. Not always, because I'm not the sharpest tool in the tool playset. Minecraft, you cheated me on a crafting table. With the... How the heck did you get up there? Well, questioning the logic of this nearly 20-year-old game aside. Yeah, I really do like the old textures in this game. There's so much coal. 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 Everywhere I look, it's nothing but coal. And yet, not a drop to, and yet not a piece to burn. Well, except that piece. Well, ooh, more iron. Thank you, Lord, for that. Need to take every scrap of this metal that we can get. I should stir strip mine. I really probably should. Yeah, I'll get the gold. May as well. Right here. I'm also here in a pig, so hey, free bacon. Jesus. That's something that'll get any American happy in this economy, I'm willing to bet. 3 simple words. The only thing that I think that would make the absolute stereotypical American even more happy, especially for the stereotypical Texan, is to hear the 2 words, free guns. Yeah, just had to make sure none of them knew, because if they did, they probably would have barged through my door. And I need to know where free my girlfriend's. And we got a skeleton. There's so much coal. I have a weird feeling I'm gonna go through a major shortage of this stuff. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to find something to talk about. In an odd way, I'm actually kind of I don't know where my brain made this connection or why it did just now, but workplace horror, like Voices of Void, some of the chill art games, like I'm all for that kind of like routine situational horror, like mostly because it's actually effective. Like you see what's different when it's different because of how much it puts you through what is normal and what isn't. Like you see, oh, this is normal. Oh, this is something I should expect. Like rarely will you get an instance that's like, what the heck was that day? I mean, not saying you won't because eventually you will because it's a horror game, but that's this mouse, man. I tell you, it needs to be replaced. I think my pants just went. Yep, it was the leather pants I had from last episode. Upside, free bacon. I thought that andesite was some iron for a second. I got real excited. It's about midnight. I almost feel like someone is going to ask, do you even know what you are doing? And my answer is simple. No, I do not. And I do not care. I'm doing this for fun, not to make something really interesting. I mean, heck, for all I know, maybe someone does find this overly interesting, in which case, alright, you do you. Yeah. Nothing really exciting going on. Stands on other games, I guess. Because I mentioned them earlier, I probably won't do any Fallout-based content, simply because what it would do for Fallout-based content would require editing, and again, we are not about that dirty, let me think, 7-letter word here. Alright, yes, Mike. Jeez, man's got aimbot. But yeah, I'm editing that dirty 7-letter word. I apologize for my language. It's up there with words like, and again, I only say this in terms, for example, it's with words up there like luck and bloke. Such detestable words. Truly, I must apologize for my use of the English language. Well, there goes my axe. I probably deserve that. Anyway, sun's going down at least. Sun. Back to moon flight, yes. You dumb schmuck. Well, I'm cooking, so. Alright. I guess it was a chance in these older games. I can't remember what the effects menu button was. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I'm hitting, I kid you not, every key on my keyboard trying to figure it out. It's not gonna be it's not gonna be the Windows button, and well, I guess it'll just wear out when it wears out. Again, these glitch unloaded chunks. What is this game on? Stage warning. Oh, I feel very bad for people having to watch this. I just want to point out, my hands are off my keyboard and mouse. This is the game's doing. Pig, help! Help me so I can do my thing. Oh no, I broke it even more. I've got an idea. Oh, that fixed it. Oh, thank you, Lord. Note yourself. Exit the world when that happens. See that. That's a mouse to really realize, like, is it just me, or is it really like on an all guys thing where it's, you don't want to waste food even when you know it's like that little bit past the expo date. You're sitting like, I shouldn't eat it because it's probably not safe to eat, but I spent a whole whopping $2 on this. I don't want to waste it. I feel like that's what I'm doing here with the rotting flesh of the zombies, if I'm being at all honest. Also, I got quieter because someone I live with is sitting there next to me now, so I'm trying not to disturb them on what they're doing. I don't need your spider's eyes. So there's something else I think they did is I think they rebalanced the farming a little bit. I'd have to go back and really look at all the change logs to really know for sure though. Because I've been playing this game since 2011, but I'll admit I'm still a bit kind of dull. I mean, heck, like I said, I ain't the sharpest tool in the tool place. Look with a good computer. Our pens are an amount of time. More bacon. Oh, it's a baby. I can't do that. You know, this is kind of what I mean. Like farming on like an industrial grade like this. Actually, I'm going to do something considered smart for once with my life. And just like that, physics does not care anymore. Perfectly describes. Come on, get it. Oh, screw it. Schmuck. Making me do this the hard way. No, I don't want. Oh, wait, that is dirt. I thought that was granite for a second. Yes, the logic of how farm ground becomes fertile in this game. This one, directly next to the water, is fertile. This one, also directly next to it, isn't. Because logic. I'm an adventurer, not a farmer. And why are you farming all this time instead of doing your job? Duh. Yeah, that's about right. Again, if anyone gets the reference, props to you. And if anybody knows any good, nice, cheap, I too would also be interested. I bought it. I'm not wasting it. Okay. There's 3 right there. Can get one more piece of bread. Bread. Again, another reference. Just need 2 sticks there, and then. Well, no, I got a fancy new shiny iron on that. And I just need 1 piece of coal to do that. It starts melting my food. And there's another crate. Yeah. Again, I bought it. Well, or technically snagged it for free, but I got it to eat. I'm going to eat it. And like that, full iron. Dang, I've already been going for almost an hour and I still have no progress on this house. Time to start digging then. I'm just gonna keep this as like a little entryway. Ooh, yeah, then you'll see the vision when it's there. So that's something else that I really like that they did add is the stone cutter. Like probably one of the most useful blocks they've added. y'all see the vision yet? You probably can. I think another side should cover it. There, come on. There we go. We're just gonna have to see how this plays out. Ah, schmuck. There we go. Then branch off like this, and voila. I'm gonna be expanding. Expanding the smoky little cave, and it's nighttime, and I still don't have doors. What am I doing? Why do I still not have doors? I'll do oak, because oak is a nice wood. Ah. Yes, the most effective dwarf. There we go. Looking nice and spiffy. Yeah, for the longest time, I have not been that good at building, and honestly, I'm okay with that. I've got my own simple style, and it works for me. If you don't like it, too bad. That is your opinion. And I will just say this now, like, there's gonna be hate. I mean, it's the internet. There's always gonna be someone that, and just in the real world in general, there's gonna be people that don't like you, and honestly, all I have to say is if get any of them our way, I simply say, who's forcing you to be here? You don't gotta be here. You know the way that you came. You can leave the same way. Heck, not even just look around, see some other videos, just send your feed, or even, hey, if you got one specific in mind, just use that fancy little search bar option. I mean, like, no one's forcing you to watch content. Heck, you could even just go outside, touch grass, like, really. It don't matter. It's just chill and realize it ain't gonna get you nowhere. My snack. Probably must put my hoe in there, actually. Need 2 of those. 3 of those. I will say this, I'm probably going to sit on those diamonds for a long while. I'm also kind of thinking maybe have like a central mine shaft right about, I'll show you once I get up another pickaxe. Actually, no, I think I'm going to do something a little different and use this spruce for this. I did not mean to do that. Come over here. Sticks in the iron, you get to the iron pick. Throwing it in here. I think I'll push it in one more. I'll see what I'm thinking here in a second. Put the timber braces. smack myself in the face with one. Take this out. I'm thinking, have this be the entrance to like a little mine shaft. Dig up the coal, because as I said, I'm probably going to have a shortage on it sooner or later. Because I either feel like lighting it up or mod proofing it in some way. I'll just use the cobblestone to batch it back. I almost kind of want to leave that cobblestone for texture and have like the area around the mine shaft be stone. Oh yeah, you can probably see what I mean now. It's like have this central area and just an open plan, and then mine shaft right down there. Using some good old-fashioned timber braces. I also actually kind of want to push out one more on both sides. Excuse me. Yeah, nothing real exciting happening right now, honestly. That's okay. Life ain't always about the excitement. I mean, gotta learn to enjoy the little moments. Little moments mean a lot more than a lot of people realize. Tomorrow ain't guaranteed, and if you're always just chasing the big moments, you'll miss the little joys right in front of you. I'm trying to think how to light that little area in the center. I'm trying to think. It's a good way of doing this. trying to think, like, how am I gonna do this? Actually, I've got an idea. Yeah, that works real well. And hey, now that the round flesh is gone, you can have your bread. My guy was like, nah, not after the deliciousness that was this terrible and probably poisonous food you made me eat. I ain't eating this concept you call bread. Yeah, starting to come along nicely, actually. Probably gonna make this just like more of a nice little foyer with the mine shaft, and then count from this entryway. It's 2, 3, 4, and then the fifth is there. So gonna do the same on this side. I may also make this main foyer kind of area a storage area, and then push back into a hallway where I can branch off for areas for crafting and sleeping quarters and all that. So this one video, 3 pickaxes. Screw it. I'm not gonna take the time to smelt more iron. I'm gonna take the time to smelt more iron. I like having an iron pick. I didn't even need to grab the coal. I really didn't need to grab the coal. How many stacks is that? That's 5 stacks and 8. So got rid of it. Really is so many memories to this game though. I know I'm gonna have to do more with the outside, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I see the farm has decided to actually grow something for once. And I see that that spot decided to finally become fertile and nice and hydrated. I couldn't think of words for a second. Anyway, but yeah, I'm like right at about the hour mark again, so I might go a little bit longer today. I'll be honest, let me do that. Oh, come on. Yeah. Just gonna mine out, get that tree good. Honestly, I may have to end it sooner than I want to because I really don't have anything to ramble about at the moment. And as said, I'm trying to keep it a chill environment. I mean, I don't know what it is about mining in this game, but it's weirdly like a combination of fun and relaxing. I remember this one time, a friend made a mini game, and there was a mining part of the mini game where it was mine a certain amount of a resource would be worth a certain amount of coins. could use those coins to get upgrades for both the area and your tools. I remember that copper, it was decently valuable in this mini game. I remember sitting mining until I had a full inventory of raw copper. That and on other personal worlds, I've made full on just quarries for fun, like not even bothering to go after the Ender Dragon, not bothering to go after any of the bosses. Just I decided I'm going to make a quarry, and this is going to be my life, and I'm going to like it, or I can leave. And honestly, I kept to it. Made a quarry, had a lot of fun. Boulder removal services will chip away at your boulder with a chisel until it's out of your yard. Yes, it will take several years to do because we're using a frickin' chisel instead of mining equipment. Or even, a big drill machine. Or even just a crane to move the dang thing. We're hacking away at it with a chisel. And, I see my mistake. Whoops. Nah, not there, you dopey piece of cobble. It's just, yeah, my mistake. I went one too far. It was 4 that I had to go in, not 5. 5 is the threshold. So, I did it dumb. I did it dumb. I'll fix it later. I'll get a proper block on it, but for the time being, this is what we got. Do I end it? I don't really think I'm ready to end it, but I'm gonna have to because really not a lot to do at the moment. Alright, so plan for next time. I'm going to continue work on the house. I'm gonna carve out the area for the rooms. I'm gonna get block pallets, or I'm gonna figure out the kind of block palette I want. Probably gonna work on this on that farm some more. I may also try to get animals because I kind of don't think bread's gonna be able to be my only source of food. So with that, I thought I closed that door. Thank you very much. But yeah, pretty simple place so far. So all that considered, I don't really got anything else. So Lord, for as whoever has watched this video would they go on having taken something away, whether it's something that you've intended for them or really just something they needed to hear from you. And the simplicity of it, when they would have to be as who will it. Your son, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.